Okay, let's be real for a second. We've all been there. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're tired, and you just want to watch something, anything to shut your brain off. You open Netflix or YouTube or whatever your digital drug of choice is. And then it happens. The stare. You spend 20 minutes, maybe 30, scrolling through rows of identical-looking posters, reading descriptions you've already forgotten, watching those little autoplay trailers that jump scare you every time you pause for a breath. But here's the weird part. You aren't actually looking for a movie, not really. You're waiting for the algorithm to lean in and whisper, "Hey, I know you better than you know yourself. This is who you are tonight." And until that little 98% match icon pops up, you feel paralyzed. It's like we've forgotten how to just decide, based on a whim. We've entered what tech analysts call the zero-click era. It's a world where the gap between your desire and the fulfillment of that desire is being deleted in real time. Your fridge knows you're low on milk before you've even smelled the carton. Your TikTok feed knows you're going through a breakup before you've even told your best friend. It feels convenient, right? It feels like magic. But I want to ask you something that's been keeping me up at night. If every single one of your desires is anticipated, calculated, and served to you on a silver platter before you even feel the itch, do you actually exist in that moment of selection? Or are you just a passenger in a car that's being driven by a line of code in Palo Alto? Think about the last time you truly surprised yourself with a weird, illogical choice. The last time you did something that had a 0% probability according to your data profile. If you can't remember, don't worry, you're not alone, but you should be a little bit unsettled. To understand why this feels so hollow, we have to go back, way back, to the ancient Greeks. They had this word, autonomy. You've heard it a million times, but the original meaning is way more hardcore than doing your own thing. It comes from auto, meaning self, and nomos, meaning law. In the Greek city-states, autonomy wasn't a lifestyle choice, it was a survival tactic. It meant your city lived by its own internal laws, not the laws of some invading empire. To be autonomous was the only way to avoid being a literal slave to someone else's whims. Fast forward to 2026, and we've traded autonomos for what I call algonomos. The law of the algorithm. We've handed over our internal legal system to a silent, invisible empire of servers. And we did it for the most human reason possible. We're lazy. Immanuel Kant, the giant of Enlightenment philosophy, saw this coming all the way back in 1784. He called it voluntary nonage, or self-imposed immaturity. He argued that most people stay minors their whole lives because it's just so damn comfortable to let someone else think for you. If I have a book that thinks for me, a pastor who has a conscience for me, or an app that decides my diet, I don't need to exert myself. I don't need to think, as long as I can pay the subscription fee. Kant's warning is vibrating through my skull every time I see a frequently bought together prompt. We think we're saving time, but we're actually outsourcing the courage it takes to be an adult. We've traded the friction of decision-making, which is where character is built, for a seamless existence. But a life without friction isn't a life, it's a slide. And the scary part? You don't get to choose where the slide ends. Here's where it gets really truly uncomfortable. In the world of data science, there's a holy grail: 100% predictability. If I can predict your next move with total accuracy, I can optimize everything. I can make sure the right product is at the shipping hub before you click buy. I can make sure the right political ad hits your screen exactly when your stress levels are highest. But here's the philosophical hit. If your next action is 100% predictable, you are, mathematically speaking, an object. You're a billiard ball being hit by a cue. You're a machine. Kant talked about the spontaneity of reason. He believed that being human means having the ability to start a completely new chain of events that wasn't caused by everything that happened before. It's the glitch in the cosmic system. If you are predictable, you have no free will. You're just a biological recursion, a loop of meat and data. And the algorithm doesn't actually know you. It doesn't care about your soul or your childhood dreams. It is creating a version of you that is easier to sell to. It's a funhouse mirror that only shows you the parts of yourself that are profitable. This is why Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American nonconformist, said that to be a man, you must be a nonconformist. He wasn't talking about wearing a leather jacket or getting a tattoo. He was saying that the world is constantly trying to turn you into a predictable unit of a type. In 2026, rebellion isn't about your outfit, it's about making a choice that makes absolutely no sense to your data profile. It's about being the one thing the math can't solve. Because the moment you become 100% predictable is the moment you effectively cease to exist as a conscious agent. You're just a ghost in the loop. So what do? Do we throw our phones into the ocean and go live in a hut? I mean, maybe for a weekend, but that's not really a long-term strategy for most of us. Instead, we need to learn how to poison the data. We need to become a persistent problem for the math. There's this trend I've seen called entropy maxing. It sounds fancy, but it's actually a brilliant way to reclaim your autonomy. Step 1. The anti-recommendation rule. Once a day, manually search for something you absolutely hate or have zero interest in. If you're a hardcore vegan, look up the best ways to smoke a brisket for 10 minutes. If you're a minimalist, look up maximalist Victorian wallpaper and gold leaf ceilings. It's like throwing a handful of sand into the gears of your digital twin. It forces the system to stop pigeonholing you into a neat little box. Step 2. Autoplay on everything. Seriously, do it right now. When a video ends or a song finishes, give yourself 10 seconds of total uncomfortable silence. In that gap, ask yourself, do I actually want more of this, or am I just on standby while the machine feeds me? That 10-second gap is where your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that actually makes decisions, wakes up. It's the modern cathedral of the will. And step 3, the analog morning. Don't let digital determinism set the tone for your day. Spend the first 30 minutes without an input. No feeds, no news, no suggested for you. Let your own autonomos, your own internal law, set the vibration before the world starts nudging you toward a personalized retail opportunity. This isn't about quitting the internet, it's about finding the cracks where the algorithm can't follow you. It's about reminding the system that you are not a profile, you are a person. Ultimately, what I've realized is that our humanity is found in our inefficiency. Computers are perfect. They are fast, they are logical, and they are incredibly boring because they never stray from the path. But you are a glorious mess. You make mistakes. You have weird, untargetable whims that change for no reason at all. You are beautifully, wonderfully inefficient, and that inefficiency is your greatest strength. The algorithm wants to smooth out your life until it's a frictionless surface, but the soul needs texture to grow. It needs the wrong choice, the weird hobby that makes no money, and the spontaneous conversation with a stranger that leads absolutely nowhere. That 10-second gap where you choose to do nothing isn't a waste of time. It's where your soul actually... So here's my challenge for you today. Go out and make your data profile look wrong. Buy a book because you liked the smell of the paper, not because it was recommended for you. Walk a different route to work just to see what's there, even if it takes 10 minutes longer and makes you a bit late. Reclaim that inefficiency. Because in a world that is trying to turn you into a predictable machine, being a glitch is the only way to stay human. Turn off the autoplay, break the loop, surprise yourself. I'll see you in the gap.